Connecticut may be one of the smallest states in the Union, but its impact on the planet's health is massive. Known as the Provision State, it has spent centuries perfecting a delicate balance between its deep water harbors and its high pasture farms. Carved by glaciers and shaped by tides, this compact corner of New England holds a remarkable secret. Its rocky shores, winding rivers, and rolling green hills are not just beautiful landscapes. They are a living, breathing system, engineered by nature and carefully maintained by the people who call it home. From the cinematic sweep of the Connecticut River moving inland to the ancient pastures of the Litchfield Hills, every mile of this state tells a story of stewardship. Today, we explore how Connecticut stays green through a master of the sky and a hidden hero of the sea. Two guardians, one shared mission, the architecture of the Sound. By maintaining the balance of fish populations in the estuaries, ospreys provide a ripple effect of health that reaches far out into the Atlantic Ocean, connecting the inland hills of Connecticut to the open sea in ways that science is only beginning to fully understand. Once nearly extinct in the region, their soaring comeback is a testament to Connecticut's commitment to clean water. These extraordinary birds of prey are apex predators of the river system, and their return to Connecticut in record numbers is the ultimate proof that the state's waterways are now free of harmful chemicals like dichlorodiphenyltrichloroethane, the devastating pesticide that once collapsed their populations across the entire eastern seaboard. As a sentinel species, their presence tells us that the rivers are thriving. Watch closely as one hovers 60 feet above the surface of the estuary, locking its eyes on a menhaden below. Then, in a breathtaking 50-foot dive, talons first, it strikes the water and rises again with its catch perfectly aligned for aerodynamic flight. These are not just spectacular moments. They are ecological reports. Every successful dive confirms that fish populations are healthy, that the water is clean, and that the nurseries of the sea remain productive for the entire Atlantic coast. The massive stick nests built atop specialized platforms along the marshlands are now a common and celebrated sight across Connecticut. It is agriculture and conservation working as one, a model that the rest of the world is now looking to Connecticut to understand and replicate. Descend beneath the surface of Long Island Sound, and you enter a world of quiet, relentless industry. Connecticut's oyster beds are the unsung heroes of the coastline, and the numbers behind their work are staggering. A single Connecticut oyster can filter up to 50 gallons of water a day. Multiply that across the millions of oysters cultivated in the Sound, and you have a natural filtration system processing millions of gallons every single hour. Connecticut is a world leader in oyster aquaculture, and these reefs do far more than provide food for the table. They scrub nitrogen and pollutants from the water column, transforming murky, nutrient-overloaded water into something crystal clear and life-sustaining. They build living barriers along the shoreline, acting as natural buffers against storm surges and coastal erosion. And they transform the Sound into a vital carbon-absorbing ecosystem, quietly drawing greenhouse gases out of the atmosphere and locking them into shell and sediment. The hills and the harbors of Connecticut are linked by a single thread of water. What happens on a dairy farm in the Litchfield Hills does not stay in the hills. Rainwater carries nutrients and waste downhill through streams and tributaries, eventually reaching the very estuaries where oysters filter and ospreys hunt. Connecticut farmers understand this connection deeply. Innovative technology like methane digesters, known as cow power systems, convert animal waste into renewable energy while dramatically reducing the risk of harmful runoff reaching the watershed below. Smart manure management on heritage farms protects the soil, preserves the river, and ultimately safeguards the oyster beds downstream. From the dairy farmers using cutting-edge solutions to protect the land, to the oystermen protecting the sea, Connecticut proves that a small state can provide big solutions for a beautiful planet. The chain of care runs unbroken from pasture to port. Through the wings of the hawk and the shell of the oyster, Connecticut provides a blueprint for a sustainable future. As an osprey glides toward the sunset over a historic lighthouse and an oyster boat returns quietly to port, the full picture comes into focus. This is not conservation as sacrifice. This is conservation as identity. By honoring the guardians of the sky and the filters of the sea, Connecticut ensures that the provision state continues to provide for the planet. Small state, global impact.